Hello YouTube. Today I am going to show you how to build a cigarette house, a lighter, a lit cigarette, and a match, as well as this right here, which is a lava creeper. So, without further ado, okay, first things first, see my cupcake house. Actually, Chris built the cupcake house. But I decided I was going to build the cigarette standing up to begin with. So I built up. It's red sand and any white block that you like. And then on the top, I used nether block to begin, or netherrack to begin with. But then I swapped over to lava block afterwards, just because I didn't really like the way it looked. It looked like it was just the tobacco sticking out the end of it. I was like, no, I'm going to change that. And figured I would change over to the lava block. And I was like, dude, that's pretty freaking cool. It's a cigarette that's lit. But then I decided, you know what? I want to do something different. Oh, sorry. I was making sure I wasn't sitting on the remote and fast forwarding. I decided to build it long way. I gave it 3 of the red sand blocks. Then I gave it 6 white quartz blocks. And then of course I put the lava block, or magma block. I still want to call it lava, but magma block on the end. And I just thought that looked cool, so I was like, okay. Stepped back, kind of looked at it for a few minutes, and you know, from every angle it looks like a cigarette. Pretty cool. It's a really simple build, as you see. Takes about 15 seconds, if that long, if you know how to work the machine really fast. And then I was having some issue finding my spider web for a second, but I used spider web for the smoke. If I can find it, there it is. Alright, so now I take my spider web. And of course you want to have smoke coming off of it. So build it up as high as you want, whatever looks good to you. I kind of adjusted it a couple of times to make sure that it looked good for me. Of course you can make it go up as high as you want. But you want to have it curved back some, because, you know, you want it to look like it's doing the action like smoke would do. And if you see me right here, I'm actually looking for a house I just built. This thing right here, where is it? There it is. With the red light coming off of it, that is a mob sensor. It basically will let you know when you have mobs that are being formed, which is pretty cool. I don't know how well it works yet. I haven't really had a chance to test it yet, so I'll probably do a later video on that. Let's see. Then of course I adjusted it some more, and then of course I got looking at it and decided I didn't like it after I put on this little bit of extra. And I mean, I don't condone smoking at all. I'm pretty sure that you know, this game does not sponsor smoking or anything like that, because it is meant for kids. But I mean, I'm a big kid inside. But I do smoke, so, you know, it just kind of occurred to me. And this is where I come back and decide I'm going to adjust a little bit. I didn't like quite the way it looked with that extra on the front, so I took it off, and then I decided, hey, that looks pretty good. Looks like a cigarette that's sitting there smoking. Alright, now, I believe the next thing I built was the cigarette house. The cigarette box house, I should say. So, for this, I kind of stopped for a second because I got lost. But I wanted to find something red, so I chose nether wart block. And I laid down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, of course, I took it up. But after I built this first part, you'll see where I realized, hey, I'm not doing it right. I'm doing it upside down. I'll have to fix this. Because I didn't want the cigarette pack upside down. I mean, that just kind of looked goofy. And of course I wanted something white, so I went with white quartz again. Then of course you just basically fill in the gap here. Yeah, this is if you want it upside down. Like I said, I didn't want it upside down, so I actually quickly went online and glanced to make sure I was doing it right at this point. And it's not that I followed anybody else's tutorial. I literally went online and looked up a pack of cigarettes, a brand of cigarettes specifically, and realized, oh, I'm doing this upside down. I'm doing it from memory, and as long as I've been smoking, apparently I didn't know what a pack of cigarettes looked like. So I decided, okay, time to fix this. But it wasn't that hard of a fix. So give me just a second, and you'll see I'll come back to life here. There we go. So now I'm going to tear out this bottom line, go ahead and fill it back in with white. And I wasn't trying to erase that block, so I had to go back and fix it real quick. I'm not exactly the smart one, so I don't know how to put all my stuff on there. I know how to, I just always forget to. Now I put my lines back in. One too many. Okay, and I know I said I was going to show you the other build over here that's being built, which is the lava creeper, but I just realized how long this video is actually going to be if I do that, so I might end up making a second video in a few minutes. Let myself rest for a second before I try to put that second video on there. But then, of course, you build it up, because that would be the top of the box. And then, of course, I realized I need to take it up at least, I think it was 2 more. But for the most part, I've got it almost completed. There we go. And then I need to take it up 1 more. And then I need to add the white line in that's at the top that usually has the name of the cigarette brand in it. So I left 1 block on each end and just 1 down from the top, and I filled it in with the white. And there you go, that's the front side. Now all you do is copy that directly over to the other side, and you have the other side. Now of course you can put whatever picture or logo you want in the middle. I just went with what looks sort of like an A. It was supposed to be an A, but I couldn't quite get it right. But I just thought it was kind of cool. So we're going to speed this up a little bit and go to the... Okay, I almost forgot one part. Once you get all of it built, squared out, it's only going to be 1 block. So it's basically 4 blocks wide is the way I did it. Or 4 blocks deep. But now, to have the cigarettes coming out the top, like I did, you can either make them all the way across, or you can do them, you know, just one little section, like some of the soft packs have. So what I did was, down in the hole just a little bit, I decided I was going to put, I think it was 1 step down. I just gave myself something to drop my sand on, that way it didn't fall straight through. But then I came up and just put them at a little bit different levels for each one. That way you'd have the look of multiple cigarettes coming out the top. Then I had to come down here and double check to make sure that it was 3 on the cigarette butt. And there we go, 3 sand on top of that, 3 orange sand on top of that, 3 orange sand on top of this one, and 3 on top of that one. And that, of course, gives you your cigarettes coming out the top of the pack of cigarettes, which I thought actually ended up looking really cool. And that was pretty much the finish of it. But the only thing I did was I added a door on the front, that way you can go inside. And of course I added a ceiling in there, that way, you know, you can put some light in and all that kind of stuff. And from there you can of course add something underground, to where you can have an underground base or whatever inside your little cigarette house. But to me, something like this would be more of just for fun, you know, in creative mode. I don't see you actually using something like this in, you know, if you're actually playing online or if you're playing survival mode. I just don't see it as being logical. Now, as far as lighter, of course, I just got some blue stained glass and built it up, I think 4 or 5, however high you want it. And then it's a total of 3 by 3 square. And I just build that up till it's all the same height. Alright, so now that you have that built up, I had some issues trying to figure out how to do the lighter. I wanted to do one of the lighters that have the actual rolly thing on the back of it, you know, that actually rolls when you strike it, but I could not figure out how to make something like that look good, so I decided to do one of the push button lighters, you know, where it goes click, click. Almost like one of the old cheap Cricket lighters or whatever they are. But I used gray clay for the metal around the top. And basically all I did was put it around it, just like this. But you gotta make one layer up of the gray clay. And all the water is just, you know, to represent your fluid that's inside the lighter. I made it halfway because almost all my lighters always end up being about halfway, if not empty. Mainly because I tend to play with lighters a lot, so. Alright. And I started out putting this thing right there, which is where I should have left it to begin with. And all I had to do was add the 2 black coal buttons, or 2 black coal in the middle. But of course, me at the time, I was trying to figure everything out. I went through all kind of different steps, but like I said, all you have to do is add the 2 black coal and you end up with your push button. And the only thing left is adding fire to the top of the dropper that's right there on the front. Now, what you can do is you don't have to put the fire on top of it at all. I just had a thought and I just lost it. But it's okay. You don't have to put the fire on top of it. You can actually place a block on top of that and put the fire on top of that. I decided not to. As you see, I was trying to put like a rod or something in between those 2 things so I can put a piece of whatever in between that to make it like the rolly thing. I just couldn't get it to work. So, well, that's pretty much it for that one. Now we're going to get over to the match. Give me 1 sec. Okay, this is where I just decided to finish it off because I could not figure out how to do the other part. But there you go. There's your lighter. And I decided to lift the dropper up a little higher just to make it look a little more realistic. There you go. And I was hoping with the dropper you'd be able to tell that it had a big hole in the top of it. But then again, like I said, you don't have to have the flames coming off the top. So if you got the dropper up there facing up, if you ain't got the flame up there, it'll still look like a lighter. You just have to actually get up there to see that it's supposed to be a lighter. Alright, so now I decided to do the match, which was really easy. I just, of course, used polished or smooth sandstone or polished sandstone. Went up, I think, about 4 or 5. And then, of course, I add the nether wart block at the very top. And then I added a flame to the top of that, which, of course, represents the lit match. Alright, guys. Well, that was pretty much it. Now we're going to step back and you'll see I got a lighter, a pack of cigarettes, a lit cigarette, and a match all standing right beside each other. And I'm going at 20 minutes, so I hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all have a great day, and
Skittles.
Skittles.